Money, money, money. Don't worry, not the ABBA song. I'm not about to give you a terrible rendition of that. But we all want to know how to make our money go further. And especially in these current circumstances, it can be more and more challenging to know where's best to save your money over the long term. And being a UK resident myself, I thought I'd go through some of these best methods with you today. Before this video starts, I do want to clarify that I'm not a financial advisor and this video is purely for entertainment purposes only. If you wish to take financial advice, then please seek professional advice. Hello and welcome to Max Talks, the channel where every Sunday I make videos to help you get to where you want to be. So before you even consider which methods to save in, I think it's important first of all that you have an emergency fund. What's an emergency fund, I hear you ask? Don't worry, an emergency fund is simply a portion of money that you set aside for about 3 to 6 months worth of expenditure. So if your circumstances dramatically change, such as you lose your job or you have to pay some huge bills, you have enough money set aside in a pot that can cover that and you can continue living your life normally while you adapt to those circumstances. An emergency fund does not have to be a cash deposit of thousands of pounds. You can choose to put it in a safe space, but the important thing is that you're able to access it whenever you like. One potential place that you could save your money, and again you could use this for your emergency fund, is a simple savings account. The value of these has gone down dramatically because of the really low interest rates at the moment. I think whatever savings account you choose, you're unlikely to get returns over 1% interest over the long term. So if you're looking for somewhere for your emergency fund to go where you can easily access it, a savings account might be a great bet because it is safe and it is secure. In the UK, we have FSCS protection, which means in most savings accounts and banks and investments, your money is protected up to £85,000 if the bank goes bankrupt. This is a really safe and secure method over the long term. However, if you're looking for somewhere to put all of your savings, this is probably not the best place to put them right now at this stage. Another great place you can save your money is bonds. And for this one, I'm going to talk about premium bonds. So you can get these through a company called ns&i. And essentially the way these work is you can put in as much as you want, up to £50,000. And it's essentially like a safer lottery, but you don't lose your money. So every month they have a raffle and there's a big prize pot with prizes ranging from £25 all the way up to £1 million. And every single month people win these prizes. The great thing about this is that you still get a bit of interest rates and returns on your investment, but you have the chance every month of winning £1 million. Of course, your chance of winning dramatically increases the more that you put in. So if you do put in the full £50,000, you've maximised your chances of winning every month. Now, it's very unlikely that you're going to win big, but if you do have a lot in there, then you're more likely to win on a regular basis. So then it becomes a better investment. So that can be a really good place to put your emergency funds if it's just, ticking over, potentially getting a win now and then, and you're getting your interest rates at the same time. Psst. If you're still watching, give the video a like, thanks. I think potentially the best investment for your savings long term is the LISA right now. So again, this is just for the UK. A LISA stands for a lifetime ISA. And essentially how this works is you can put up to £4,000 of money in per year, and every year the government will give you 25% back on your investment. So if you put in the full £4,000, you'll get £1,000 on top of that, so you get a free £1,000. Ka-ching! Who doesn't love that? But of course you can put as much as you want in and you'll still get 25%. And this is incredible because no investment that you make anywhere will make 25% guaranteed every year. So it just makes sense to do it. However, there are a couple of things to be aware of. You can only get an LISA if you are aged between 18 and 40 years old, and you can only use it for 2 purposes. So the first one is for buying a house and for buying your first house. So it allows you to save up a bit of money and get a deposit. Or second of all, you can use it to retire. Either way, this investment is locked away, so you can't access it without missing out on the bonus. So this is not a great place for your emergency fund, but it is a great place for your investment. You can't use it for kind of general savings and day-to-day if you need to withdraw stuff. Instead, make sure this is like a really long-term investment and that you kind of do it consistently over time, because as I said, there's no other way that you're going to get an amazing investment like that. Stocks and shares is another really big one, and again, it's not like gambling, that's more trading, but I've done a full video on stocks and shares and how to get involved in that, which you can check out up there. But essentially with a stocks and shares ISA, you can put in up to £20,000 every year, tax-free, and you can invest in companies, ETFs, index funds, whatever it is that you want to do. You can use a couple of these methods. You can have a LISA, you can have a stocks and shares ISA, you can have premium bonds. You can mix and match the methods. You don't have to just pick one, which is an important point to note, I think. The last tip that I've got for you today is not revolutionary, it's not going to change the world or anything like that, and it's not even necessarily about savings, but this is reward schemes. And it's something that I think is really kind of overlooked about the importance of it, because you don't have to change anything about the way that you spend. You can still spend however you want to spend and in the same shops, but it just helps you to spend smarter. If you shop at Tesco's, for example, as your supermarket, you can get a Tesco Club card where you get reward points based on how much that you spend. So if you're doing your shopping anyway, you may as well get some rewards for it, and you can get vouchers which you can then use for other purposes. And again, this also works with credit cards, and you can get different rewards for switching across to credit cards. So I think it's just about being smarter with your spending, and like look at kind of where you spend your money and see if there are any reward schemes, because you may as well take advantage of them. So that's all I've got for you today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you found this a useful video. If you did, leave a like rating, leave a comment below with any savings tips that you have, and subscribe below for new content every single Sunday. Hit that bell for notifications so you get notified every time that I upload, and I will see you next Sunday. FCSS, FSCS, FCS, FSCS.